Case study: Gunthing vs. Lynn 1831. Introduction. The 1831 case of Gunthing v. Lynn explored the legal principles of offer and acceptance in the context of a conditional agreement. Gunthing, the seller, and Lynn, the buyer, entered into a verbal agreement for the sale of a horse. However, the payment terms were conditional, creating a dispute over whether a binding contract actually existed. This case highlights the importance of clear and unequivocal offer and acceptance for a valid contract, particularly when conditions are involved. Legal issues. Offer and acceptance. Did Gunthing's statement regarding the horse's performance constitute a valid offer that Lynn could accept to form a binding contract? The question revolved around whether the conditional payment clause created uncertainty about Gunthing's true intention to sell without the additional payment. Certainty of terms. Even if an offer is made, contracts require clear and unambiguous terms to be enforceable. The court needed to determine whether the conditional payment clause was sufficiently definite to be considered a legally binding term. Legal reasoning. The court applied the established principles of contract formation. A legally binding contract is formed when one party makes a clear and definite offer and the other party unequivocally accepts it. The court then focused on Gunthing's statement regarding the horse's performance and the additional payment. Conditional offer. The court determined that Gunthing's statement did not constitute a clear offer. By linking the sale to the horse's performance, Gunthing essentially left the agreement open-ended. The additional payment clause introduced uncertainty about the final price and Gunthing's ultimate willingness to sell without it. Certainty of terms. Even if the statement could be considered an offer, the court held that the conditional payment clause lacked the necessary clarity. The clause did not define how the horse's performance would be judged, nor did it specify the amount of the additional payment. This ambiguity rendered the clause unenforceable. Holding and significance. Ultimately, the court ruled in favor of Gunthing. Since a valid offer and acceptance were not established, there was no binding contract. This case significantly impacted the legal understanding of offer and acceptance with conditional clauses. It emphasized that offers must be clear and unconditional to create a binding contract. Including conditions can introduce ambiguity that undermines the certainty of the agreement and its enforceability. The Gunthing vs. Lynn decision highlights the importance of precise language when forming contracts. Conditional clauses, while seemingly simple, can create loopholes if not clearly defined and agreed upon by both parties. Conclusion. Gunthing vs. Lynn remains a landmark case in contract law. It clarifies the importance of clear and unconditional offers for forming a valid contract. The case emphasizes that any conditions attached to an offer must be clearly defined to avoid ambiguity and ensure enforceability. By highlighting the need for precise language in contractual agreements, Gunthing v. Lynn continues to shape legal reasoning around offer and acceptance, especially when dealing with conditional clauses. If you are a law student and looking for more case studies, visit our website www.mylawtutor.net.